Hey guys, Steve Walsh, Beaman Toyota again. Wanted to reach out to you. As you know, I always do these videos based off of either questions I get from customers or trying to help in some way and to make your vehicle purchase a little bit easier. This is a little different turn just based off of a conversation I had with somebody earlier today, or actually earlier this month and this week. A lot of times you have a wreck. And obviously it happens. Cars get wrecked every day. There's, I'm sure, thousands of them every month. If you have, number one, a loan or a lease on a car, that could come into play with what you're offered from the insurance company as opposed to just the value. Now, if you own the car outright, usually you're going to get an offer for what they appraise the value to be. Most people don't think that you can actually ask for more. You can ask the insurance company for a higher valuation. The thing is a lot of times the insurance company is going to say, why? Prove it. Prove why your vehicle's worth that much more. And they could be pulling like a book spec on something and say, all right, well, you've got this truck and it's worth this, but they don't have any way to know that you put like $6,000 or something like that worth of suspension upgrades or tire upgrades or things like that on your car. So that being said, what I always tell people to do is try to find comparable vehicles in the area and realize the insurance company is probably not going to give you their best offer first. Usually what they'll do is, okay, you owe 25 grand on a truck, we're going to pay it off for you. So congratulations, you're at zero. That's a great feeling knowing they're going to pay it off for you, especially if you don't have gap insurance. But they might be giving you 25 on a truck that's worth 30. Well, that extra 5 grand is value, but if you're willing to take 25, they're going to pay you 25. So know what your vehicle's worth if it was in good shape, and then know about things that were added to your vehicle that you can prove that you added, mileage, things like that you can prove. Anything that you can prove on your car to help raise its value, the same way as if you were selling it, the same transaction if you were selling it. Try to make sure that you can sell your car to the insurance company. Realize, like I said, maybe they give you their best offer first and it just is what it is. Usually it doesn't seem to be. I've had too many people tell me that they were able to get a little bit more from the insurance company after asking for it. The gentleman I spoke to today, he was able to get an extra 3 grand by finding a couple comps, showing some things that he had added to the truck, and showing the mileage, because they were figuring that he should have been at about 25,000. He was at 5,000. So they were giving him an appraisal based off of 25,000 miles. He was nowhere near 25,000 miles. So, however, their, I don't want to call them algorithm or whatever. So however they figure their money, a lot of times you can get more from the insurance company. So do your part, do a little bit of extra research. It could be worth thousands to your pocket. So, and that's whether you lease it, whether you bought it, however you own that car, there's still a buyout amount to it. So if you had a lease and you've been, a year into the lease and you made $400 a month, then there is a number that you could buy that lease for right now. It's kind of like a payoff. That's the number that the insurance company would try to base your buyout on, or that pretty much what they might try to say the value is. But especially if you put a big down payment down, you're probably in a better spot than you think. So, or if you traded in a car, probably in a better spot than you think. So now if you're upside down, I mean, obviously try to get as much as you can, but realize you're still going to be liable for that difference if you didn't have gap insurance. So if it, if you owe 30 grand on the car and its actual true value is 25, you're not going to get any more for that. And that's one of the things I like to ask people. So if the insurance company comes back and says, hey, look, we're going to give you payoff for your car. Well, what if the payoff on my car was 5 grand higher? You think they'd give it to you? The answer is no. So usually if they're offering you payoff, I'd be willing to bet that their payoff amount is less than what they would actually give you. So if they're, hey, look, we're going to pay it off, ask for more. Just do yourself a favor. You'll make a couple thousand sometimes. Maybe if it's a couple hundred, is it worth it? Maybe. Just to, depends on who you are. But I would always say ask for more. There's no shame in hearing no. If they say we've given it all to you up front, so be it. Maybe they have. Maybe they haven't. But definitely just give it a shot. Tell them, hey, look, I found this truck. It's going for 32,000 at this dealership. It's going for 31 at this dealership. this is similar miles. Try to find things that will be similar on your truck. Hey, this is the, the rails that I added. This is the bed liner that I added. This is whatever. Even if you don't have the exact like receipt that you did, at least have a quote to add it to a similar truck, something along those lines. That little bit of legwork could net you a few $1,000s more. So if you spent 8, 9, 10 hours doing it and got yourself an extra $2,000, was it worth it? A couple $100 an hour, I'd say it would be. So definitely just try it, see what happens. And you might even point blank ask the insurance company, hey, if I could show you a few more things on here, could we have some room in the appraisal? Ask them that. Nothing hurts to try to push this along, but you definitely want to try to get the most you can, because that's going to help keep your payment lower on the new one, especially if you use that money as your down payment on your next car. So definitely give me a comment, share if you would in there in the bottom. I like to try to help people out, but this is just something that kind of was a conversation I was having with a couple people, and I thought that I could help a few others this way. Definitely ask for more from the insurance company. It will probably pay you to do so. Have a great day. We'll talk to you guys soon.